So Nintendo just announced a new product, not too unusual on its own, that concept. That is something that they do from time to time, announce and release products to sell. The unusual thing here is the timing. See, they made a little mistake. They gave us this product without realizing the year was 2024. What I think happened is they had this product and they planned on releasing it in 2017 when the Switch launched, and they designed it, they did all the R&D, they manufactured it, they had all the boxes loaded up in the trucks, they had all of like the social media posts like ready to go out, and they have a big button, and when you press the button, it ships the product out to stores, it launches all of the advertising. This is how product launches generally work. Look it up. Not in every case, but this is the most common. So they had the button, but somebody, their alarm on their phone didn't go off. Those 2017 smartphones, so unreliable way back then. And I think, papers and stuff just kind of like got piled up around the button. Someone lost the button and everybody just kind of went on with their day and just kind of forgot about it. And some years went by, and then just, I don't know, a couple days ago, somebody moved a pile of papers and like candy wrappers, and they were like, wait a minute, oh my gosh, everybody come over here, did no one press this button? Did no one press the button to launch a Joy-Con charging stand? Did we just forget? And they're like looking around at everybody, and everybody's just shrugging. They're like, I didn't press the button, did you? And they're like looking it up online. No, this isn't a thing. We did not launch this product in 2017 when we were supposed to. All jokes aside, Nintendo has announced a Joy-Con charging stand. Just a little stand that lets you charge only your Joy-Cons. Generally, your Joy-Cons charge when they are attached to your system. So when your system is charging in the dock or whatever, then it charges the Joy-Cons. And this kind of product was available, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure this was available day one from third parties. Day one. The Switch was about to come out, and third parties were like, hey, we should come up with a little stand that lets you charge your Joy-Cons, because Nintendo's not providing one. And so, like, this has been a thing. It's what's weird about it is I kind of feel like anybody who wants one has probably already got one. The Switch has sold 100 billion trillion units by now. Doesn't have a whole lot of life left. And somehow, Nintendo did not want to release this product until now. The Switch is over 7 years old. The next system is coming next year. And what's funny is just like the simplicity of it. It's literally just a little piece of plastic with the two rails on it. You plug your Joy-Cons into with a USB-C port on the top. That's it. Yeah, right. And then the charging grip. That was a thing too. The charging, so it was basically just the regular Joy-Con grip, except with the little hole in it, so you could charge it. So instead of just a piece of plastic, it had, again, the rails and the ability to pass power through it. So they did have that, which was like functionally almost the same thing. $30, come on. Come on. So, I mean, it's basically like that, except that was intended to be used like while you're playing. And this new one is more of just, it's supposed to be a more elegant solution, a little just stand that you can just kind of plug them into. So I can see the difference there, except, yeah, having the cord come out the top kind of negates the elegance and the simplicity of having just this nice little thing that sits on your TV stand. Yeah, I don't get it. So I don't know, just kind of, baffled by this. It's funny too, because I was like, this got announced on like Thursday, and I had a long weekend. I wasn't doing any work, and Loxton was texting me about it, and I wasn't really catching what was going on, and now it's Monday, and I get back to work, and I'm like, oh, this is what he was talking about. Yeah. What? Why? Okay, so let's really look at this though. Does this mean, let's get ahead of ourselves, let's just baselessly speculate, Nintendo releasing this so late in the Switch's life, could that mean that there is a higher chance that the Switch 2's Joy-Cons will be backwards compatible, or at the very least, these Joy-Cons will be forwards compatible? It'll use like the same basic rail shape so that Switch 2 Joy-Cons can use this charging station. I mean, I have no doubt that when the Switch 2 comes out, it's going to have its own branding. It's going to have its own peripherals coming out that, with the Switch 2 branding on it. But could it just be that this, for whatever reason, is a thing that now Nintendo wants us to have access to? They've realized after all these years, this is a product that we could have been providing, and we just didn't. What was the catalyst here? After 7 years, what made them finally decide to give us the piece of plastic with the Joy-Con shaped rails in it and a USB-C port? I don't know, and I have to imagine it's because we're nearing the end of the generation. Because that's the only explanation I can think of, is that somehow this is going to be more important later. Or is it really just that they realized they missed the boat and someone didn't press that button and they were just like, all right, better late than never. Why not? Let's just do it. It's especially weird because there were a lot of official Nintendo peripherals that launched along with the Switch, and they were all very, very expensive. Too expensive. Even to this day, that is just one of those things about the Switch that really stinks. It's really awful, is the ridiculously, ludicrously overpriced peripherals, very much including just the dock itself, which is a piece of plastic with the USB-C thing sticking up. So it's all of this stuff is just, it's cheap plastic, and gosh, they've charged so much for it. So why would they not have jumped at the opportunity to sell us one of these? Why would they not want to get in on this? I'm sure they're going to charge an arm and a leg for it, for this piece of plastic. I can't seem to find if there's an official price yet. It's coming in October. Another weird thing to announce really early. And I know there have been variations on this, and it's actually a little bit confusing because there are listings on the Nintendo website where there's a charging dock and it can hold multiple, but it's out of stock. And I don't know, and there's other stuff too. It's got official Nintendo branding on it, but I think they're still third party. I don't know. It's a little confusing. This one specific product, I guess, is just the piece of plastic. It charges a pair of Joy-Cons, and the power cord sticks up from the top. That's a little weird to me. It's actually very weird to me. Is that a bad product? Is that a really bad idea? I'm not trying to be just super duper negative. I'm more just baffled than anything. But having the cord on the top, and it looks like a very lightweight thing. I feel like it's just gonna get knocked over, just the weight of the cord is just gonna pull it over. So I'm not really a fan of that, and actually, the overall idea, I don't use Joy-Cons enough. I know there are plenty of people, especially multiplayer, they have a great need for these kinds of little docks, and, for charging lots of different Joy-Cons. I never have that need. I don't do enough multiplayer. I don't do enough Joy-Con swapping. I've always been fine just charging it on the Switch itself. So there are people for whom this will help them, but again, they probably already have one of the many, many, many solutions for this Joy-Con charging problem. So I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, it's fine. It's cool. It's a new product. If it meets your needs, there you go. It's an official Nintendo one, sure. It's just strange. And yeah, it does make me wonder if this does have something to do with Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Even then, why wouldn't you just wait? Why wouldn't you just wait until the next system and then release a product specifically branded for that? Why would you introduce regular Nintendo Switch branded products into the Nintendo ecosystem this late in the game? It's weird. Nintendo's weird. I don't know if you ever noticed. Nintendo's weird. I'm sorry, Lockston. I didn't return your text very fast. Now I'm looking at it now. Slowpoke has got to be Nintendo's spirit Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.